It's time to go home.
Yeah, yeah.
It's time to go home. But
How you
Orlando
keep
Brown
dressing
saved
for the sport?
So
the
wait a minute.
butthole case.
They held this mother sucker down, man, and just watch some other dude.
Violate him. Let's just say violate because they didn't describe it. They just said he was sexually assaulted, but we don't know exactly. Like I said, I don't know if it was they used something, if they used something on a person or whatever. But he was violated while somebody held him down, and we can only imagine. There's only one way in and one way out. They got into him. We know we could use our imagination and pretty much imagine what happened with these cats, and they recorded it,
I don't
which
know,
is
man.
another level of freakiness. Go ahead.
I'm starting to think it just might be buyer's remorse. This dude had a fling with the whole team. I mean, cause ain't no way I'm showing up to practice every day while I'm getting fucked. Man. Ain't no way I'm putting these pads on and going
I,
to get fondled. Like
You
we
like
not
I,
think
doing that, man. The trophy ain't worth it.
like I said, man, we could talk about this, try to the what ifs, and why this dude let it go on for so long. Like after that first one, after Cat started looking at him sideways, and you still on the tour. No, drop me off, in El Segundo. I'm cool. I get a ride. I'll get a ride. I'm not gonna sit through this whole, like they said, state by state. So fuck. That's all I got, man. What you got, Sauce?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, listen, I'm gonna say this. I don't think it's buyer's remorse. I think that there's a thing called fear, and we talking about children. You know what I'm saying? And we especially talking about young men. And when you get into sexual assault, and it's always talked about when the victim is a woman and little girls and things like that. And they always tell you that when it's boys, when it comes to young men and boys, that's not something that they want to talk about because they feel weak. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to, and they feel like they've been dominated. They start questioning their sexuality and shit. So I don't think it was a thing of buyer's remorse. I think this is a kid that probably was afraid and felt helpless, and didn't know what to do, especially when he got away from his home and he was in these other places. Who the fuck was he supposed to run to?
Yeah,
Obviously, if they
that make a
calling it
lot of
hazing,
sense.
yeah,
That make a lot of sense.
if they calling the shit hazing, you know what I'm saying? And he what's to say he didn't go tell someone? He was like, "Oh, it's just boys being boys." But he was
Kind
in
of.
my ass.
That's what the
Boys
coaches
supposed to
said.
be yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's what the coach said. Boys will be boys and try to sweep it up under the rug, notify the
yeah.
parents like that incident happened. Your son may or may not have been violated. We don't know. We wasn't there, but you may see something on Snap, and
That's what
then
I'm saying.
the school, what you call it? I mean, God dang that. How do you even hold your head? How do you even hold your head after
That's
that shit, man?
that's what I'm saying, man. There's a situation that happened up here. It was a principal. I ain't gonna say his name, but he just disappeared. And it was like, oh, what happened? We loved him. We loved him. Well, come to find out, him and his other principal was covering for this young man that was up here sexually assaulting young girls.
Mm.
And he was on the fucking football team. And apparently, this is something that he did a few times. And they covered for him.
Oh, don't forget. I'm sorry to cut you off, man, but they
Yeah,
said
brother.
that the coaches had other allegations against them before they got hired. One of the coaches, whatever, saying he was doing some foul shit somewhere else, but they still hired him, to be a coach. So,
You see,
like you're saying, how it's a pattern. They was doing that shit somewhere else and brought that
yeah,
same shit over here.
yeah, you see his demons protecting demons. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the environment that he came from, he probably came here and fostered. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So again, uh it's easy to say buyer's remorse, and I would run with that shit if it was an adult. But even adults, people feel helpless, man. This is, we can't expect everybody to lean more on the fight side of that fight or flight thing like we would. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Yeah.
fear is some real motherfucking shit. People freeze up. People come home for vacation right when they supposed to go to war and never report for duty when it's time to deploy. It's just a real thing, man. So I just think this was a scared child, didn't know where to go, especially when he got away, man. And these coaches, how coaches be, toughen up, man up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Cowboy up. You got to be strong to play for. What the fuck do running a touchdown or tackling somebody got to do with a motherfucker going in my ass?
If you could take that, you could take anything.
Right. If you
Their model. So I'm assuming.
you know that new movie Him coming out?
Yeah.
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 What are you willing to do to be the best?
Yep. Yeah.
Not take a dick. That's what
Yeah, that's right. I'd go ahead. I'm gonna go play the piano.
Yeah,
I'm cool. I'm
motherfucker,
about
I
to
work
switch
at
up.
a grocery store. I get fucked in my no.
Y'all say y'all need a black dude on the cricket team? That's
Right.
I'll rock with that.
I don't trust the cricket players neither, man. I'm sticking to basketball. Matter of fact, send me to East. It ain't even Novus. Send me to Rand. Send me Cheney black now. Send me to Cheney. I don't want to go to none of them fucking schools. I'd rather squabble in the hood than see. That's what I'm saying. And see, this is what I'm saying. This shit happens a lot more than people think at certain schools. Because remember, wasn't that motherfucking Canfield where, and it was one Negro up there, but where they all gang raped that girl, the football players? There was a party and there was a bunch of white kids and one black dude, and they took their turn with her. Motherfuckers recorded it, put the shit out, start passing the video around. You know what I mean? And you know, but you hear these stories about the black neighborhoods all the time. Oh, it's violence and they fighting and they ain't fucking each other and calling it hazing.
All right,
Shit.
man. We can stay on this a little bit because the next topic, man, is that
man.
Reverend Cash. Speaking of the church, come on, man. This shit was gangster, dog. Religious leader accused of using followers as personal servants and forced labor at call center. They had their own damn call center and had the followers or whatever knee deep in that. Look at him. Look at him. Reverend Cash. Reverend Count D money. Yeah.
Did you see there was a video that came out well over 10 years ago with this guy had a fucking perm, and it seems like he was sitting in front of some attorneys or whatever. They was asking him questions about misappropriation of funds for his church, and he was like, yeah, you know, I get a clothing allowance. He real soft spoken motherfucker. I get a clothing allowance. They was like, yeah, for Prada, Gucci. Yeah, I have to have nice clothes. Let me take a look. I don't know what's in. Yeah. So what about these Bentleys? Yeah, those are for the ministry. Those. And he was like, motherfucker, you think you slick, huh? Slick bastard. But you know, in this story, unless you know you guys want to read what's going on first before we get into it.
It's another crook. Tampa, Florida, 2 self-proclaimed religious leaders were indicted Wednesday on federal charges. Them damn feds, alleging the organization forces members into labor, isolated them, threatened them to withhold food, among other alleged abuses. David Taylor, 53, and Michelle Brannon, 56, were arrested Wednesday in Durham, North Carolina, and Tampa, Florida, respectively. The incident identifies them as leaders of Kingdom of God Global Church, formerly known as Joshua's Media Ministry International.